Hey, beautiful humans, let's go. Day 25. So, we did start this as a 21-day fasting and prayer and Bible reading, but we're going to just keep going to see up to where and to what God is doing in our lives. So, welcome to this journey. I am looking at the Jesus Calling devotional just for today and for these next few weeks. We'll see where God's going to lead us or where God's leading me. Thank you for being on this journey with me today. I was contemplating and looking at God's love in my life, and that I can be completely covered by God's love during all my situations. So we go to Hebrews 13:15, and it's the conclusion and exhortation where the writer's just kind of encouraging everybody, saying, keep on loving one another's brothers and sisters. Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers. And, it goes on and on. Because remember, we always read the whole chapter. We don't just read one verse and that's it. But the verse of focus is Hebrews 13:15. And it says, through Jesus, therefore, let us continually offer to God a sacrifice of praise, the fruits of lips that openly profess his name. So that's the end of what I want to talk about, that we may always be praising God no matter what, that we can get to that place that we praise God at all times. And then we go to 2 Corinthians 3:18. And let me tell you, the scriptures today were really, really interesting because they were keeping it real. They were really like calling you out, but not necessarily calling you as much as you find in your identification. Be like, oh, I'm not the only one that's going through that. So in 2 Corinthians 3:18, it says, and we all who with unveiled faces contemplate the Lord's glory are being transformed into his image with ever increasing glory, which comes from the Lord who is the Spirit. And that chapter is talking about, and it's discussing how back in the days when Moses was go before the presence of God was so powerful on him, he had to cover his face. And that's a whole other different story. We could read about it later. But what it's talking about today, right here, is talking about us today. When we are in the presence of God, we don't have to cover our faces. You know what? Let us be transparent. Let us be genuine. That when we engage with other people, that they can see God through us, through our situation, that they can see us. But guess what? Let's get it real. Go to Psalms 73. And Psalm 73 I thought was really good because it is reality. So it's talking about, actually we'll go to 73, but we're going to talk about verse 23 and 24. And it says, yet I am always with you. You hold me by my right hand. You guide me with your counsel, and afterward you will take me into glory. What I thought was great is that very first sentence, yet I am always with you. If you read the whole chapter from the very beginning, it's talking about feeling a certain type of way when you do things right, yet there's other people that are not saved, people that don't do things righteously, people that are grimy, that are dirty, that are always scheming. Yet you look at their lives and they look good. They have happy. They have a lot. They even have wealth. Like, sometimes we sit there and we're sitting there like, you know what, God, it just isn't right. Like, I do this. I mean, like, I follow your ways. I do what you want me to do. I honor your ways. And yet I'm still struggling. I'm still going through all these problems. Nothing ever works out for me. Everything's always chaotic. Yet you look at that one over there and they have done all types of things, yet they still got money. You look at that one over there, I have all these failures and they've got a family. And they're doing all types of craziness. Like, we look at other people around and we're just sitting there like, how is that right? How does that make any sense? Because I'm walking in the ways that you've called me to walk. So we do feel a certain type of way, but a lot of times we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to admit it because we feel like we sound petty, or we sound like we're jealous or envious or anything like that. What I loved about chapter 73 is that the writer is saying the same thing. They were very close to slipping into that place of sin because they felt a certain type of way. But my favorite part is that on verse 23, it says, yet I am always with you. You hold me by my right hand. You guide me with your counsel. So even in those moments when we feel a certain type of way, even in those moments where we're struggling, we're angry, I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel that. I'm not saying, come on, we're human. We all go through that. But what I'm saying is that we can say, yet I am with you. So yes, you have those moments when you're in your flesh. Yes, you have those moments where you have an attitude, when you're struggling, when you're upset, when you're discouraged. You're just like, why? For what? Why do I want to keep doing right? Why do I want to keep moving forward? Why? You know, I want to encourage you to change your word to why keep doing this way, into yet I am always with you. So even in your feeling, when you're in your feelings and you're in your headspace and you can't get out of that funk, I encourage you to still say, yet I am with you. And that is in life in general, in your workplace, in your family, in your relationships, in your finances. No matter what you feel, acknowledge your feelings. It's what you feel. Don't stay in your feelings. I can't stay in my feelings. I gotta look at myself and be like, Marilu, let's go. Get it together. Get it together. Let's go. Get up and keep moving. Because you know what? I can proudly put my shoulders back, my chin up, and say, yet I am still with you. So I encourage you, so no matter what you're feeling, no matter what you're going through, no matter how many times you've been in the funk or how long you can't get out of that funk, be encouraged to still say, yet I am with you. You will guide me. Just Psalm 73. And if you want to let it out and you want to be in your feelings and in your headspace, read 73, the whole thing from the beginning. And you can articulate how you feel by reading it. And then you get to verse 23 and you'll say, yet I am always with you. You hold me by my right hand. You guide me with your counsel. And afterward, you will take me into the glory. So let's have hope. Keep moving forward no matter what we're facing. Keep moving forward. Shoulders back, chin up. We got this. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Share, like, subscribe, comment. Have a good one.